It is officially the moment when we decide if this was worth the wait. Tonight we're trying a new recipe, new to me at least, the Zuppa Toscana casserole. I found this recipe on Allrecipes TikTok page. You can also find it at allrecipes.com. This recipe just jumped out at me because it's a casserole. It doesn't have pasta, and potatoes are the starch. We're gonna get started. I have all my ingredients here. I will have the ingredients listed in the caption of this video. The recipe calls for 9 ounces of bacon. I have a pound of bacon here. We're gonna eyeball it and do about half of it. And we're just going to cut this into small pieces and get it cooking in our saute pan here until the crispiness that we desire. While the bacon is cooking in the pan and crisping up, I sliced the potatoes in half, quartered them, and we're just gonna cut them into slices. Next step is to brown up the Italian sausage. I'm using turkey Italian sausage. My bacon's about halfway done. I'm gonna add the sausage right to the bacon and brown the sausage and finish cooking the bacon all in one. 1 small onion, finely chopped. Wear your onion cutting goggles, your ski mask, whatever you need to chop up your onion. Now that this is all browned up, we're gonna put it on a plate with some paper towel to let some of that grease drain off, although there's not much in here. To the pan, I have some vegetable oil, and I added a couple of tablespoons of butter because everything with butter is better. And we're gonna try to add these onions one-handed. We're gonna let the onions cook for a few minutes until they're translucent, and then we're gonna add in the equivalent of a couple of cloves of chopped garlic and some kale. The recipe calls for 4 cups of kale chopped. The onions are translucent, and I added a big heaping tablespoon of this minced garlic. That's been cooking for about a minute. Now we're gonna come in with our kale. This has only been in here for about a minute, and look how much it's wilted down already. This isn't gonna take long at all. A half a cup of flour. Stir that in, let it cook for a few minutes to get that flour taste out of there. Next, we're gonna add in 4 cups of chicken broth, and to this I have added a couple of teaspoons of chicken bouillon. We're gonna bring that up to a simmer, and then at this point, you can salt and pepper to taste. This has come to a boil, and it's slightly thickened up from that flour combining with the fat. And now we're gonna add in 1.5 cups of heavy cream. Stir that in. I have a greased baking dish here because my dish tends to stick. I have my cut up potatoes, and then we're going in with the Italian sausage and the bacon. I think this is gonna taste yum. And then we go in with the cream, kale, heavy cream, onions, all that yummy goodness. We're gonna pour that over top. Zhuzh it up, you know. Get the shit in there. Get it all. You don't have to mix it together. They just said to layer it. But I want to make sure that all of that liquid gets down in there. I want to make sure it reaches down into the potatoes, because the potatoes need some love too, you know. Just because they're a potato doesn't mean they don't deserve love. Cover the casserole dish up, bake it in a 400-degree oven for at least 30 minutes. You might have to go longer if your potatoes aren't done, but you can test it at that point. When this is done cooking, I'll come back and give you a taste test, because I have no freaking clue what Zuppa Toscana is supposed to taste like in the first place. And now, it's 2026. No, not really. I'm just a dumbass and I didn't read the directions. I thought you baked this for 30 minutes and it was done. No, you bake it for 30 minutes at 400 degrees under the foil. Then you take off the foil, put your Parmesan cheese on top, and then bake it for another 20 minutes. And then you let it sit on the stove for another 20 minutes. So this is not going to be a weekday meal that you're going to make after you come home from work, unless you get home at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. This is probably a dinner that's going to be best on the weekend whenever you have more time, or your day off, whatever day is your day off. But we're going to try the Zuppa Toscana casserole.
Zuppa the what?
Zuppa Toscano.
My hands are clean.
Let's dish it up and give it a try. Ooh, it's ooey gooey cheesy. I'm just trying to finish the damn video. Can we get it over with? It is officially the moment when we decide if this was worth the wait. I guess it was worth the wait. Try it.